Hey everyone, it's April 28th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Futoshi Matsunaga, a Japanese serial killer who tortured and murdered at least 7 people in the 1990s, and that is him right up there. Matsunaga was born in 1961 and was a good but rambunctious student who was considered very charismatic, though while in high school, dated a girl that was still just in junior high. He married a woman when he was 19, having a child shortly thereafter. Infidelity was common in his marriage, as he carried on affairs with at least 10 other women, one of whom he promised to marry. Her mother became irate at the suggestion, so he raped the mother and beat his girlfriend, manipulating her into moving in with him in 1985. That year, Matsunaga opened a futon manufacturing business where he was often cruel in the treatment of his employees, going so far as to build a soundproof room to use for torture. For kicks, he would subject his workers to electric shocks, and through fraudulent activity and blackmail, he amassed a sum of 180 million yen, or about $1.8 million in 1992. He was a wanted man by this point, but he and his girlfriend evaded the police. In 1993, Matsunaga convinced a married woman to run away with him, telling her that his girlfriend was his sister. And you think the men you meet on dating apps are bad. One of the women's children died under mysterious circumstances, and it seems likely that he was responsible. He stole 11.8 million yen from her before she suddenly died in 1994, again, likely by his hand. Matsunaga then kidnapped and tortured a neighbor and his young daughter, forcing the girl to shock her own father with electrical cables and making him eat his own stool. The man died after 2 years of abuse in 1996, and the girl was convinced that it was her own fault. Matsunaga forced her to dismember the body and boil the pieces before dumping them in the ocean. By this time, his girlfriend, who he routinely beat, was fully involved in his criminal behavior, willingly taking part in his sadistic acts. After torturing and defrauding yet another married woman, he defrauded his girlfriend's parents out of 63 million yen in 1997. He kidnapped and tortured them, then raped his girlfriend's sister before forcing members of the family to kill one another, including children as young as 5. It was basically like a real-life Japanese prequel to Saw. Matsunaga and his girlfriend continued the pattern of abducting, torturing, and killing entire families for years, until one victim escaped in 2002 and was able to get to the police. He was arrested the next day and tried to point all blame at his girlfriend, but the jury wasn't convinced. Matsunaga was convicted of 7 murders, but the actual number is likely at least double that total. He awaits the gallows for his crimes, while his girlfriend is serving a life sentence. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day, and drop me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Futoshi Matsunaga, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.